Hi, I'm Jim, last son Bennett, and normally, you know me, I bring to you unboxing videos of geeky boxes and good things like that. I'm not actually bringing a box to you today. This is actually something a bit different. I have a podcast with a very good friend of mine, John. It's very geeky, it's all about films, and we normally get sidetracked by superhero stuff and whatnot, and what's on TV. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there putting podcasts on YouTube. I figured, you know, this is episode 79 of ours, so we've been about for almost 3 years now. Figured it was about time we got on and did the same thing. People seem to be listening to a lot of podcasts on YouTube. So I figured I'd put it up here, and especially for you guys, because you like my geeky box unboxings, so the podcast will be right up your street. It's all very, very geeky. So yeah, check it out. You can find us on iTunes if you search for StackPod. You can subscribe there as well. Also head over to our podcast page, which is stackpod.co.uk, and you can listen there, you can subscribe there. There's all the links. You can follow us on Twitter at StackPod, facebook.com/StackPod. As you can see, I'm going with StackPod. Stack is actually an acronym. Stack actually stands for Strange Things Afoot at the Circle K, which, as all my geeky friends out there will know, is a line from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So we took that, we took the letters from that, changed it to Stack, made a podcast, Stack Pod, boom, put them together. So stick around and listen to it. It's adult language, I will advise you now. We normally run about an hour long, so it's not a crazy long podcast, and we come out every 2 weeks. So this will be the first one that we put on here, but I will put all the subsequent ones on here. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Yeah, and until my next unboxing video, see you later.
Hello and welcome to Stack Strange Things Afoot at the Circle K. We're your hosts. I'm Jim Bennett.
I'm John Hughes.
And welcome to this week's episode. As you can tell, I'm feeling better, which is good. So I'm pumped up and I'm ready for this. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
Good. This will be the first episode that our podcast makes its way to YouTube. Don't know why we've never thought of this before, but we're basically just going to bung it on YouTube with some like pictures over the top of it.
Yeah, the disclaimer is that it's not really a video.
No, it's not really a video. It's just audio with pictures. But yeah, I know.
Still pictures.
Yeah, still pictures. But I don't know. Just like a lot of people seem to be doing it, and it doesn't hurt. It's going to go on my channel, so head over to youtube.com/Jim last son Bennett, I think.
Good sell.
And
good
yeah,
sell.
good sell, and it'll be on there. But at the same time, like, you're already listening to this, so you probably won't need to go there if you've downloaded this on iTunes or whatnot. So next episode you can probably listen to on YouTube as well.
If you have some sort of curiosity over what pictures we put up, go and have a look.
It's all just the artwork.
Well, that's ruined that.
But if there's anyone that stumbled across this from YouTube, hello and welcome.
Hey, YouTubers.
Hey, YouTubers.
Hey, YouTubers.
If you want to follow us, we're on Twitter at StackPod. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/StackPod. So come and join the fun. Da, da, da. So we actually have a subject for this week, which makes a change.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
We're gonna fumble through it.
Yeah, but what?
No, never mind.
No, go on. What?
Well, we chose the thing that we're going to talk about,
Yeah.
but then why aren't we doing the other thing of the sequels? that we were going to come up with.
Oh yeah, fuck. Well, I mean, we could always do that and keep the other one for next time.
Okay. I
Um,
think I'm in more of a shooting the shit
I'm down with that.
type
Okay, what I'll do then
feeling
is
for
I'll collapse
sequels.
every single website that I've opened and got all of the information about for once, and we'll just do whatever you want to do, yeah?
Oh, I know. Fuck it. Let's talk
No,
about the
no,
film
fuck
series.
you. I'm not
No,
interested. No bollocks.
no,
No,
this is crap.
no. But I want to talk about some other things first.
Okay.
Um, First and foremost, have you, talking of YouTube, have you checked out the what's it called? People have suggested it to me for a couple of times, and I never got around to watching it till today when I was waiting for your lazy ass.
It wasn't my fault. They told me they fixed it.
You Lando. Um, it's a Power Rangers fan-made film.
Why the fuck would I have watched that?
Mate, seriously, it's hardcore. It's got fucking Katie Sackhoff in and it's seriously hardcore.
You're just not selling it to me.
Katie
That is not
Sackhoff's
selling it to
amazing.
me.
Why is that not selling it to you?
Because of I don't give a shit about Katie Sackhoff.
What's wrong with you?
She's the bird from
Battlestar Galactica.
yeah. Never watched it, don't care. That is not a selling point to me. Power Rangers, fucking bullshit TV series. Don't give a shit about it.
Okay, fine.
You
Fine.
sold me more on the Nightwing
Oh,
YouTube
yeah, the
series,
Nightwing.
and I didn't watch that. That was something that I cared about. That was something that I was like, that sounds awesome. And I watched like 5 minutes. I was like, I'll watch the rest later. Didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
I'm so fucking terrible at that stuff.
I honestly don't know why you still
You're
do
not the only
this.
person though. Like other people will tell me to, oh, you should check this out. You should look at this. I'm like, yeah, yeah, and then I'm like, man,
Well, that,
no,
yeah, yeah.
find
No,
something else to do.
no, it's proper hardcore. I think you should watch at least the first 5 minutes of it and tell me what.
That's it. Is it still badly dubbed with
No, 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 no.
with the
It's
Chinese
it's
woman on the
it,
moon?
no, it's properly made. It's properly made. It's only
What's the point
fit.
then?
It's
I
only
thought the charm of Power Rangers was how shit it was. Isn't that why people liked it?
Yeah, that is why I liked it. But I don't know if they did a film like this, it'd actually be pretty good. Seriously, it's hardcore. Like,
Tyrannosaur.
yeah, because it's motherfucking morphin time.
Do they say that in it?
Uh, they say it's morphin time, and they do.
They
Say,
don't say it's motherfucking Morphin
no,
Time.
but they do say motherfucker at one point.
I'm not watching it if they didn't say motherfucking Morphin Time.
Yeah, looking back now, that was probably a mistake on their part.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
motherfucker.
if they got thrown in it anyway,
Yeah, I know.
why would you not have it?
Yeah, good point. Well made. Still, I liked it, and anyone out there that likes Power Rangers should check it out. I'll post it on the site. So,
Okay.
and I'll put a link in the YouTube to the YouTube or something. I don't know. Don't know how that works. But yeah, literally just checked that out today, and I enjoyed that.
Okay.
It's very good. It's got what's his name in it? Oh, what's his fucking name? What's his name? Ugly fuck, built like brick shithouse. Peter Andre? No, it's not.
Vinnie Jones.
It's James Vanderbeek.
What?
I know, but he's really good at it. He's really good. It's
Who made this?
just you know what it's like.
How down on his luck is James Vanderbeek that they're like, do you want to star in a YouTube Mighty Morphin Power Rangers film? And
Mate,
he's like, yeah, okay.
yeah, but you look at things like that Street Fighter series.
Yeah.
Did you watch that? No.
No.
Because that was fucking amazing, and that's got major traction now, and they're doing like more parts to it. And I think this could be the same thing, because it's really well done, really well done. It's like an adult version of Power Rangers, kinda. No, it is. It is. But there was something else I was going to say. Oh yeah. So it appears what.
Well, I was gonna say, did you see? Have you seen the YouTube video of Batman versus Darth Vader?
No, I haven't watched it.
I think you'd really like it. I didn't. I thought it was okay at best.
The thing is, right, what I've realised about you is You don't actually like anything.
That's not true.
All right,
No, that's
you
not
don't
true.
like anything that was made after 1989.
That's not true either. I thought you were going to go like 1993 because then Jurassic Park is at least in there. I've got Goodfellas, Jurassic Park. I don't need anything after that.
Um, because you
No,
finished.
I tell you what, I
What?
have,
What?
I think, I'm actually really concerned. I don't think that I'm anywhere near as geeky as I used to be. And now I find that any of that sort of stuff, I'm actually starting to be like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. So like when like my mate sent me the link and was like, it's Batman versus Darth Vader, and it's fucking amazing. And I'm like, and I watched it and I was like, well, it's got good production value, so I'll give it that. But I don't know. To me, I was like, why is Batman and Darth Vader in the same universe? That doesn't make sense. I mean, I realize they're both fictional characters, and you can do whatever you want with them. But to me, I was like, it's not grounded.
Yeah, but
It's
you
not grounded in reality.
do you remember the Batman Alien Predator one? Batman
Yeah,
Dead End.
and I really liked that. But
Yeah.
I bet if I, the thing is, I don't,
If you watched it, if you didn't see it and you watched it now, you'd be like, it's alright.
yeah, I'd be like, oh bollocks! Why is there aliens?
This isn't grounded in reality at all.
Yeah, why did the
Where's
aliens kill the
Hudson?
Joker? Yeah,
Um, I think
it's a concern. It's a
it
legitimate
is.
concern.
I'm concerned as well because, like, I feel like you've. I don't want to say this, John, but I feel like you've grown up.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Although I say that, and you're sat in a Rowdy Roddy Piper t-shirt. So you know,
When it
it's
came
levels,
through,
isn't it?
when it came through, I put it on like immediately. Since I had to go and pick it up from the post office because I wasn't in when it was delivered, and both me and Lisa went, and because she had something to pick up as well. And when we got back, I immediately put it on, and it was so hard to resist just putting it on and shouting in her face, "Let's go, Rowdy!" Which is not even something that Rowdy Roddy Piper says, but I just felt like saying it. Just like I don't think she. I don't know if she even knew what the t-shirt was about. She was just like, all right, okay. But yeah, no. In some ways, yeah, maybe I have grown up, and in others, I don't think I have. On Twitter earlier, I posted a news story about how babies that were breastfed for longer were more intelligent. And I was like, somebody give me some boobs. And then I almost, and again, I think maybe I have grown up because I resisted the temptation to put the tweet, how many boobs does Stephen Hawking suck on to get to where he is?
All of them.
Yeah. A Brief History of Boobs by Stephen Hawking.
Well, but seriously, man.
I am worried that
I
I'm
used to
losing.
share all of this stuff with you, and you get
Yeah,
really
I used to.
excited about it, and now you've just become a boring
Just
cunt.
like, yeah, it's really odd. I don't know. I don't know
Like,
what it is.
this is. I'll be honest. This is my biggest fear. Right? You've just finished Arrow season 1,
Yeah.
finally, and you said it's good, but it's not great. My worry is that you're going to get through season 2, and you're going to say the same thing. At which point, I don't think I could be your friend anymore.
I don't know. I
What
don't know.
happened to you? You're just like, oh, it's not very realistic. I'm like, it's a fucking superhero TV show, you prick.
No, it wasn't that. Well, no, it was kind of that. We really should get on to talking about our made up sequel. But um, it got it got better as the series went on. But I think maybe you overhyped it. But then you kind of went back on that and said, "Oh, series one isn't that good." Well, you
Series
didn't say it's not that good, but you were like, "Series two is better."
Series 2 is better.
Um, I don't know. I'd give it a go.
But you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna have to, am
Yeah,
I?
yeah.
Right, okay.
You don't have a choice.
Right, okay.
Um,
But the yeah, see,
but yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
liked Constantine, and I more than like Constantine. I really love Constantine, and Gotham for all of its problems that we've gone over so many times. I was still really enjoying that. But then there's I think it's more like maybe that's the problem is that it's all the like satellite geekiness that goes with it, and I'm starting to blank that out and focus on like main things. But maybe it's going to encroach until such a small amount of geekiness is left.
Then you won't be the John that I knew.
Then yeah, yeah, I'll be like the Darth Vader to the Anakin Skywalker. You'll be like, he's mostly cunt now, more than man. I'm like, all right, cheers.
Twisted and evil.
Yes.
Um,
Doesn't like Arrow.
and then you'll start going, I'm not really bothered about going to Comic-Con. And I, then I think I will have lost you completely.
Maybe.
Oh, but on the plus side,
Maybe that day will never come.
let's hope not. On the plus side, I bought the new Escape from New York comics,
Oh, right.
and they're fucking ace.
I didn't know there was new ones.
Yeah.
There's I own an older Escape from New
No,
York.
they literally just started to release them, and it's 4 parts, and I bought all 4 at once, and it's really fucking good, really good. So that was nice. It was nice to pick something up that's old but new.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did almost buy one of those Snake Plissken reaction figures as well.
So what's a reaction figure?
They're like, you're going to Forbidden Planet, and they had the alien ones that they look like the old type of figures.
Oh yeah,
Like the Star Wars figures and whatnot.
yeah, yeah,
They're called reaction figures, but they've done Snake Plissken ones.
yeah.
They're very cool, so I might have to get that. They've got 2 different ones. One with a jacket on, one with a jacket off. So I'm going to have to get both, aren't I? Anyway, should we tell people if we've watched any films?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put
Are
the
we
thing.
gonna
Yeah.
intro?
G-Man Joe, what have you gone and watched this week?
So, have you watched anything, John?
I have
In
watched
the last 2 weeks?
Yes, I have.
2
I have.
weeks.
I revisited a film.
Didn't even watch something new.
It's quite new, and you'll be happy, sort of. No, you won't. Because of its links to a couple of our older podcasts where we had a certain, without name dropping, Oscar-winning guest.
Okay.
Went back and watched Gravity again.
Oh, did you?
First time I've watched it on the small screen,
I was about to say, I've still not watched it on the small screen.
and it's good. It's good on the small screen. Like, I think maybe I wish I had surround sound at home, because if I think with that, the film wouldn't have missed anything
Yeah.
from seeing it like at the cinema.
Yeah, but to be fair, we saw it at a super duper
We
cinema.
saw it at a hell of a cinema, yeah.
We saw it at the Warner Brothers Preview Theatre, which is better.
Again, without name dropping.
Without name dropping. Because we know
peasants.
the Oscar-winning editor of the film, and he's been on the podcast twice.
Yeah.
But, we don't
Suck
need
that,
to
other
name drop.
podcasts.
Yeah.
Name no names, you know who you are. So yeah, I rewatched Gravity, and it's still really good, and it still makes me go, I'm not going into space. You have ruined space for me,
Ah, you
you
bastards.
bastards.
I've
Used
been
to
told it's
all
like
be-
a different film when you see it in 2D.
To an extent, I suppose, but I think like watching it on Blu-ray, like the visuals all hold up still.
Yeah.
You can see bits where you're like, that was clearly filmed to be in 3D.
You mean like the tear?
Yeah. And like the bit where the ISS gets ripped apart
Yeah.
and just fucking
Ruined.
gets collapsed.
Yeah.
Still great visually, but you're like, yeah, that was definitely a better thing in 3D. It had a little bit more impact. But yeah, still an entertaining film. Rips through the 90 minutes quickly, like just
How's that?
quick.
All right.
Quick clicks. And yeah, great performances from Sandra Bullock and
Clooney!
so yeah, I have watched a film. And a
Cool.
fairly recent film at that.
It's pretty good. You have already seen it though, so
I have already seen it, yeah.
you are rubbish. I, however, have seen two, count them, not one, two brand new films that I've never seen before, and one old film that I have seen before.
So 3 films then.
I've watched 3 films. Yeah, I watched Shaun of the Dead again because you should.
Yeah.
That doesn't need any explanation. I also watched Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And that was fucking brilliant.
I've heard that.
Yeah, he plays the creepiest dude
Is it like,
ever.
I don't know where I saw it, but I suddenly clocked like one and the same. Is it about a serial killer? Like, is he a serial killer in it?
No,
Oh.
no.
I saw an article about a serial killer called The Nightcrawler. I was like, oh, that must be what that film's about.
No, it's not. You think it's going to go that way, but it doesn't. It's actually... What's the
He's
best
a
way?
serial bringer to lifer.
Yeah, he just goes around and helps people. No, it's kind of it's kind of the examination of the mind of someone who has some kind of severe like
Right.
Asperger's, but to damaging levels. But at the same time, the way he is fucking amazing. It's hard to explain because I don't want to spoil it
Okay.
because it is well worth watching, and I think you'd really enjoy it. It's quite cerebral.
Right.
And it's got
I'm
Bill
not too
Paxton
sure
in
that
it.
making an action of blowing your brains out is the right one for cerebral.
Okay, will this sell it to you? It's got Bill Paxton in it.
Awesome. Is
Yeah.
he playing Hudson?
Pretty much. I mean, that's the only one he plays, isn't it?
Done.
Hudson, but instead of a gun, he carries a camera.
Right, okay.
Because it's all about, like,
Cameras.
yeah, like news reporters
Right.
on scene, like if it bleeds, it leads, and that sort of stuff.
Mm.
So definitely check it out. I think it's not crazy gory. It's creepy. It's creepy. He's fucking creepy. Jake is creepy. Fucking creepy. But he does it really well. And the other film I watched was the newest Hunger Games film,
Oh, right, okay.
Mockingjay Part 1, which I
Yeah.
fucking loved.
Okay.
It was great from start to finish. I would probably say my favourite one out of them so far, which is weird for a third.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen often, but it just kind of all those things that have been set up in the first two are starting to actually come through now,
Yeah.
and like it's just like wall to wall action, and you can see she's becoming more of what you kind of expected her to become
Yeah.
than just this person that everyone just kind of fell in love with. She's becoming the leader that she probably should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really fucking enjoyed it.
Did you what did you think about the quite obvious almost tried to be a twist ending but really wasn't twist ending because it was so telegraphed, spoilers of the guy.
I saw it coming.
Yeah, it was
I
so
saw it coming. It
fucking
was,
obvious.
yeah, it was obvious.
And yet they still tried to set it up like, oh, it's the big twist. It's like, not really.
Not really.
Seen it coming for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, because the guy basically told us that he was doing something,
Yeah.
and then something happened.
Yeah.
You know.
And it was quite obvious who was going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, no, I kind of saw it coming too. But
But yeah,
Good film.
I wouldn't say like I loved the film, but it was a good film. Like I did enjoy it. Did enjoy watching it.
I really enjoyed Philip Seymour Hoffman as well, and it kind of made me gutted at the end of it because obviously he's not going to be able to be in the last one, being dead and all.
I have to say, I think if we were giving out awards at some point to anybody that cared about films, I would say the Hunger Games series is perhaps the biggest surprise for me. The biggest surprise in terms of went into it not really thinking I was going to enjoy them. Not really knowing what to expect, but thinking this is probably going to be gash. And actually enjoying all of them.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with you. I went into it thinking this is just a battle royale rip-off, and it's
Yeah.
never going to be as good. And then happily sitting there watching the first one and the second one back to back, and just really, really enjoying them. Great. So I don't know. It's kind of, it's just a great series of films that has a lot going on in it. The characters are good. The
It has
acting's
enough,
good.
it has the right amount of story and action going
Very
on.
much so. Very much so.
Um, with the quiet bits loud and the loud bits
It's
quiet.
quiet. And you care about the characters as well, which is a good
Yeah.
thing. You know, you want to see what's happening. And I think it's going to be one of those series where when it's finished, I'm going to be a bit gutted
Okay.
because there won't be any more. Like I
Okay.
was at the end of Lord of the Rings, and then he tried to make 3 more films, and yeah, couldn't be bothered. So yeah, those are the 2 new films I watched, and both were very, very good.
Good.
I tried to watch another film, and then got sidetracked by watching Auction Hunters on Netflix.
Okay.
Worked my way through 2 seasons. Could have watched 3 films in that amount of time. I don't actually know what's wrong with me. I can't stop myself from watching shit television on Netflix.
Which one's Auction Hunters? Is that like a Storage Wars type thing where they
Yeah,
just
except it's not Storage Wars, because like Storage Wars,
because of it would be called Storage Wars?
Storage Wars is like, why do I know so much about this shit? Storage Wars, you kind of go. The main guy is the auctioneer, and it's the people that come to it that they show the different. There's like different people that show up to the same one.
Right.
Like that couple, that idiot couple. But this one is just following 2 guys when they go to those sorts of things. But it's kind of like a greatest hit, so it's always showing that some of the best stuff they found. Some of
Right.
it's really, really cool, like a pinball machine from the 70s that worked perfectly and shit like that, and a fucking bobcat they found in one behind a load of stuff. Yeah.
A bobcat? Like
Yeah.
an actual bobcat?
No, like the drivey machine.
Oh, right. I thought you meant like a
Like a
wild
JCB.
animal.
Been in there for years.
Yeah, I was going to be like, what?
So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to talk about that because that's TV and we want to talk about films. Now, as we always invent the best sequels to everything,
Yes.
we decided that we do another one, or do as many as we want, really. It's our
Yeah.
podcast. But are we doing the one that Darren suggested,
Which
or are we
one?
doing the other one?
Wait, which one?
Well,
We had-
because we got 2 suggestions that we liked. One was the sequel to the Goonies,
Yeah.
and the other one was what, the best 80s.
Oh, the best 80s film, yeah, which
Yeah.
I said was Ferris Bueller. And he
And I said was The Expendables 2. Because it is an 80s film. Seriously. So, do you want to attack Goonies 2?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? Okay, so when we left off our intrepid Goonies,
Yeah.
they were all happy at the
The ship sailed off.
ship sailed off.
They had their gems.
They had the gems. They'd saved the Goondocks.
Yeah.
Everyone was happy.
Yeah.
We come back to them 30 years later.
Okay.
What the
I
fuck
think the
is
starting point
Yeah.
will be that the gems only amounted to about $10,000 because there wasn't that many and they weren't that precious.
Turns out they were just glass.
So the Goondocks still got sold.
You
To-
can't have the Goonies without Goondocks. That
You
doesn't
can.
make sense.
Okay, well, how would you start it then?
It was partially destroyed. Mikey's house survived, but Data's house went. Okay, Data's gone, right?
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Was he killed in the demolition?
Yeah, no, he was trying to slide down his pole. Yeah, slide down that thing
Slide
to
down
Mike.
Mikey's pole.
He was trying to slide down the thing to Mikey's house as they
I
were
don't think you
demolishing
can
his
kill
house.
anybody off. Why would you kill off Data?
I'm not killing. I wasn't killing him off. You were the one who said kill him off. I was going to say he's moved.
Right, okay. I thought when you said Data's gone, I just went straight to
Yeah,
he's dead.
he was just dead. Yeah, he was sliding down the thing, and as they
I
demolished
think
the
it
house,
should be that
fell out
like
the
all
sky.
of them have moved away except for Mikey. Mikey stayed. and all the others like moved away.
Well, obviously we know that Bran and Andy got
Yeah.
together. They had a couple of kids, but then split up. Obviously,
Okay.
so they've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
So what was their surname? Goonies?
I was gonna say man. So Brown Man and Andy Man.
um, huh, they do say it in the film. I've got to bring it up now.
Yeah, I can't remember. I
Delete,
can't
all,
remember.
delete all these Lethal Weapon pages.
Give away what we were going to talk about.
Oh shit! Goonies. Right. Okay. Now, do we? I've just had a thought. Do we not want to have a look at? Do you remember they did a Goonies 2 Nintendo game?
Yeah.
Should we have a look at that and see what it?
What the plot of that
What
was.
the plot of that was.
And if we can convert it to a film.
Yeah. Or even say that was like Goonies 1.5.
Because if I think the main question that we have to ask is, with Goonies 2, is it like
Where's
the original...
One-Eyed Willie?
What?
Where's One-Eyed Willie?
No.
Oh.
Because we know where he is. He was on the ship that sailed off. Was it...
Walsh. Walsh. That was their surname. Walsh.
Are we going with... Is it the original gang gets back together, or is it the kids of the gang get together?
Well, that's a tough call, isn't it? Because let's be honest, if it's 30 years later, they're all in their mid-40s, right? Possibly older for some of the older ones.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think maybe you have the core of the adults get back together, but it's their kids that go on an adventure. Because you know it's fucking Troy that's going to start fucking them over again.
I think
It's got to be Troy.
Oh, actually, yes. Let's go with that. So half of the Goondocks has been sold, right, and has been developed, and Troy is trying to. He's now taken over his dad's business, and he's trying to get the other half of the Goondocks, because he's like, "You fucking gave me your jacket on that well, you cunt, and I'm going to ruin it for everyone."
Or as he said, Andy, you Goonie.
Yeah. To sum up, in shorts, that's how he pitches it in his business meeting. So we would look to get perhaps 150% revenue back on this, but to summarise, Andy, you Goonie. Here, Troy, take our money. He is going to redevelop the rest of what's left of the Goondocks, and Mike is the only one that's like of the original gang that is
Still
there.
Where are they? Where are they? Where are they?
The Goondocks.
Yeah, but where's the Goonocks? Astoria.
Astoria, yeah.
In Oregon.
I think Bran and Andy haven't split up, but they have had kids.
Do we think there's stress?
Yeah, there's some sort of conflict.
Because
Bran wants to help Mikey, but Andy's all like,
we've moved on. We've moved on, right?
We're not kids anymore.
We don't. Oh,
we
that's
can't,
genius.
We can't go like Mikey's coming up with all these harebrained plans still to save the Goondocks.
He's 37.
He's 37. He's living in the basement, for Christ's sakes. We saved it we saved as much as we could with the treasure that we got from One-Eyed Willie's ship, and that was amazing, don't get me wrong, what she's saying. But he's coming up with all these plans and we can't help him. Like, we can't help him. It can't be safe now. We just have to accept it. And Bran's all like, he's my brother, I've got to help him.
Yeah.
I've got to do what's best for him, really, and try and help him as best I can. And that's creating some tension. Anyway, Mike is all like, he has come to the point that he like accepts that he can't save the Goondocks. And so he has some sort of, he like calls a reunion of the Goonies to be like, look, I'm going to have to move away. This place isn't going to exist anymore. Everybody come back to mine, like one last time for us to all hang out and remember the time we met One-Eyed Willie.
Yeah.
And weren't abused as kids. I'm talking about the pirate. So the other Goonies turn up, and some of them have got kids. Like Bran and Andy have got a couple of kids. Let's say a boy and a girl, because obviously, no, fuck it, two brothers, two boys again,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, Data has got a kid, Data Junior.
A little girl.
Yeah.
That would make sense. A little girl. Yeah.
Um, the others have sorted it out somehow.
Feldman hasn't got kids. You know he
No.
won't have kids. He
Wait, I think he goes
should
one
be
way
the
or
adult that goes along with them.
Yeah.
He's their sloth.
Um,
Chunk's kid's still fat.
yeah,
He'd have to be, wouldn't he?
yeah,
Yeah, I think you'd probably have to kill off Sloth though, wouldn't you?
yeah. You'd have.
Or
yeah,
no, you don't kill him off. You do it that at the end of the film, they all go and see him and he's in a home and he's really old but he's happy. Because that would be the that's the post-credits sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, after everything's been sorted, that's what happens after the
They're
credits.
all sat around eating ice cream and watching TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then all you just hear is Rocky Road, and it's him. And that's how it finishes. Fucking BAFTA.
So we've got the end. We've got the post-credit sequence. Anyway, so Mikey gets them all back, and they all bring their kids for whatever reason because they can't get babysitters or something.
Brilliant.
Or
What a brilliant plot.
well, you said that Mouth doesn't have kids, but I was going to say that Mouth brings his kid along because his kid was going to be in trouble with the police or something, and he's like, "Stop being a dick. You come with me to like, we're going back to see my mate, and I want to keep an eye on you because you're fucking irresponsible."
Maybe Data's only like one town over. Him
Yeah.
and Mikey have kind of stayed friends, but they're just a little bit apart. Kind of like you and me.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, they Skype each other.
Yeah.
And, and Mikey's all like, Data, you used to be cool. You used to love all your gadgets and stuff, and now you don't do shit.
Now you
That's like,
hate
"Yeah, man, I'm
James
still
Bond.
cool."
What the fuck happened?
Hating on Daniel Craig.
No. Oh, no. I was about to do something bad then. Okay, so, alright, so we've got Mikey. Has Mikey got kids?
Yeah. He's got a little asthmatic kid like he was.
We can't make all of the kids exactly the same.
Okay. Okay, he's short-sighted.
Brilliant. Right. How many kid Goonies were there in the first one? There's only 4 of them.
I can't remember.
There's only 4.
Was it like 10? I
There's
think there was at least 10.
There's 4 kids.
They had a football team, didn't they?
There's 4 kids.
Yeah.
Mikey, Data, Mouth and Chunk.
Yeah.
Then you've got Bran,
Yeah.
Andy,
Yeah.
and the other one.
Yeah.
What's her name?
The girl with the crab at the start.
Yeah, what's her name? Steph.
Is that
Okay.
her name?
Yeah, Steph.
Did they ever call her that in the actual film? I don't remember the name of them at all.
You broke my glasses. Okay, right. Okay, fine. So, let's not go crazy with the amount of children, okay? Maybe
They've got like 20 kids running around the house. I think maybe you could have like 5 kids. You couldn't have less kids. It has to be at least 4.
but you're going to need an older one, aren't you?
Yeah, which would be
Bran and Andy's kid.
one of Bran and Andy's kids. Yeah.
Maybe it's a girl.
Would you shorten their name to Brandy?
Bran and Andy
Yeah. You know,
Brandy.
like Brangelina.
and Kimye.
Yeah.
Fuck those twats. Brand and Andy, Brandy.
Brandy.
They have 2 kids.
Yeah.
They have an
Older
older-
girl. You just said the older girl.
Yeah, I know, but I'm thinking I might change it. No, an older girl and a younger brother.
Yeah.
Mikey's got 1
Yeah.
Data's got a little girl,
Go, yeah.
and Corey Feldman's got a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah? So that's 5 kids, but one of them's like 16, where the others are all like 12.
Yeah.
So we're almost the same as Goonies 1, except we're missing Andy and Steph.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't spoken about Steph once.
No.
Do we assume that she's no longer with us? Oh! She, right,
Yeah.
has gone a bit loop-de-loop, and she runs that cafe. She's a crazy
So
old
she's
woman
still
who
back
lives
in
in
the
the
Goon box?
cafe. Yeah.
Right, okay.
She lives in the cafe. It's not open anymore, obviously. I mean, it was closed when it was there. But she lives there.
She just lives there, what, like a hermit?
Yeah, but she'll be the one that helps them.
Crazy old Steph.
Yeah. Yes. Because like Brian and Andy will come in and they'll be like, have you, have you seen Steph? And Mikey would be like, she's still up there, but no one's seen her in a few years. And then halfway through the film, she'll turn up. Come on, that's brilliant.
She's changed her name. She's changed her last name to that of the that old explorer dude that they find dead. What's his name?
Cobblepot.
Oh yeah.
Chester Cobblepot.
Yeah. She's changed her name to Steph Cobblepot. Anyway, so yeah,
or is it Copperpot? It's Copperpot.
Copperpot. Copperpot's the penguin.
Fucking the penguin, isn't it? Copperpot, yeah. Chester Copperpot. Okay, right. So I think we've got the basic outline of who the characters are. What's the story?
Well, what I was going to say was that Mikey has been going through. He's going through all his old stuff and that, and he's inherited a lot of the old shit from his
From
dad.
the attic.
Yeah.
'Cause he's still living in the same house, obviously.
Yeah,
Parents dead.
and he finds that.
But he's still got the maid.
She's still scared to go in the attic.
Brilliant.
Yeah, they're all like having they're all like consoling him and being like, it's so sad that you now have to leave, and it's a shame that we couldn't do anything about it and all this stuff. And they're like, and Mike is all like, yeah, it's a shame that we can't find anything we can't do anything like One-Eyed Willie's treasure. And he's like says something about I had been doing more research, and there was rumors that there wasn't like just the ship with the treasure. There was like other stuff down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then the kids are like messing around with shit, and almost like in a similar sort of sequence, they like find like an artifact or something that suggests that there is something else down in the caves. Like there's another like
The thing is,
treasure
though,
pool
the
or
only
something.
problem we have with this
Yeah,
is the Goonies themselves were friends already.
yeah.
So are we to assume that they do know each other, but they don't hang out as much as the old Goonies?
No, I think that the way we go with this one is that the kids don't really know each other. They know of each other.
Yeah.
They don't know each other, and
Well,
so
I mean,
by
some
the
of
end
them
of
are
the film,
cousins,
they
so-
become
The Goonies.
the Goonies.
That's fucking genius.
We
come
still
on.
need. We've got Troy as I wanted to redevelop, but we don't really have anything like the Fratellis to add in that element of danger. So I think maybe Troy.
Has a kid. No, we're just rewinding the first one, aren't we?
No, I think Troy is like. Maybe like when Troy is doing his redeveloping plans and stuff, like some surveyor comes along and is like, "Oh, did you know that there's like these like caverns on this side of the town as well?" And Troy's all like, "No, what's that about?" And the guy shows him like a map, and Troy is clever enough to put together the caves where the ship was, because he knows about the ship.
Yeah.
Because everybody would fucking know about a pirate
Yeah.
ship coming out of your fucking town, and your town being saved. And he's clever enough to be like, oh, it looks
No
like
one went after, by the way.
Yeah. he's clever enough to like put together that a couple of the tunnels look like they're linked to the other caverns further inland.
Fucking genius.
Oh my god, we're so good at this.
But so
So then he's like he like keeps it to himself. Like maybe he's got a couple of like he had his buddies. They're employees now of his,
Yeah, they'd have to be younger because
and
he's
he's
going to be
like
like 50 at this point.
and he's like, not only are we going to redevelop and make a mint off of redeveloping this side of the town, but there's a
Finally.
chance. Yeah, fucking 30 goddamn years later.
Yeah.
Jeez. You know how much real estate's worth now, though. It's
Crazy.
but anyway, never
Not
mind
only
that.
that, we can get into these caverns and we can
There's a
make
chance. You remember that the kids. You remember back when we were kids, they found that treasure and that stopped it being developed. It looks like there's caves further inland, and I bet if we like went and looked, we could maybe. There's probably more treasure down there, and we could be super mega rich.
Right, and I know how this links to the kids, right? So, Mouth's son, right? Because he's a little shitbag, he's trespassing, isn't he?
Yes.
And he's up at the window and he fucking hears it all. And then he goes back to them and he's like, hey, you guys. But that would be the best thing, so that he's like... Because Mikey... we can't call him Mikey, can we? Mikey's kid, Spiky, is all sad and shit, and they're all like, oh, no, that's sad. Blah, blah. And it's because his cousins are there, his cousins know him. And he's just like, I just wish there was something I could do. And like, Mouth Jr. fucks off and is on like part of the redeveloped site. And there's like what are they called? Like a little, you know, those little huts,
Yeah.
you know, that they have on work sites.
Yeah.
And he's like looking through the window and stuff, and he hears what they're talking about. And then while he's doing that,
they like he makes a noise or something, and they clock that he's outside, and they like go outside to try and stop him.
yes,
And like one of them's like, he's probably going to tell his parents about it, so we need to get fucking going
yeah,
in getting into the caverns. Meanwhile, Mikey's kid has gone back. He's run back. The kids are like, we could save this place, and Mikey's kid is like, I'm a little ship. I'm going to help you out for whatever reason.
Mouse kid, you're getting
Yeah.
confused. Yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah. That's what I said. Booby traps.
Be quiet. Shh.
So they immediately like find a way to get out of the house. Like maybe the parents have gone to like a restaurant or something for a meal, and so the kids have been left alone in the house. Because the kids have to be left alone. Except that obviously you said about Mouth has to be the guy that's like the adult that helps them. Or something.
No, because
Are you just just scrapping that part?
I don't know. I suppose he could be, but then his son's a little shitbag, isn't he?
Hmm.
Maybe, right? The others go out, and
Yeah.
Mouth is left behind to look after the kids, and he keeps drinking and he passes out
Okay.
because you could see that.
Yeah.
And so while he's like had a few drinks and he's fallen asleep watching TV, they sneak out the house.
Yes.
Yeah, get on their bikes.
Yeah.
Did it. And away they go. Yeah?
Yeah.
So who gets to the mines first? I assume they're mines.
I think the kids get there first because they're all gung ho, so they're not like properly like getting safety gear and stuff. Whereas the adults are a bit more like, let's get some hard hats and
Yeah.
like safety ropes and shit.
And some dynamite.
Yeah. So the kids are going in there first. They go back to where the development thing is with the office, and they like sneak past the office or some shit.
Yeah.
And they can hear the guys inside like going, like on the phone or something, being like, "Yeah, we need you to bring down like more floodlights, some dynamite,
Yeah.
tons of dynamite, as much dynamite as you can put, like not only in your pockets but in some sort of rucksack."
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm a businessman and this is like a corporation stuff, so we could probably get even more than that. You know, I'll get like a pickup truck or something. Yeah, I've got the money. Don't worry about it.
It's all good.
So they hear him. They're like, "We've got to get a hurry on because of we can hear that they're going to be going for it as well."
Oh, I've just found a twist.
Okay.
Just found a twist. Troy,
Yeah.
is not actually doing as well as he says he is.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah. So he needs
he's
to
on the make or break thing of
he
like
needs
developing
to
the Green
redevelop
Dogs
that
anyway.
land, otherwise it gets sold back to the town.
Yes.
See?
So the kids obviously must find a way in.
I would imagine a well. No, we can't use the same well, can we?
No,
What? Or could we?
because it's in a different area though.
Yeah, I guess. But what
Um,
about?
I if they just like oh, maybe that's it. Like where the land's already been developed, like where it's being excavated, they found some sort of like
They have a little bit of a cave in.
yeah,
Yes.
and that's what makes the surveyor go. We've done a further thing because there's
Further
caving, and
investigation.
it looks like there's all this shit going on.
Yes.
So the kids find that and they go in that way.
And they sneak.
I'm
under the
imagining
barriers and
that
stuff.
instead of a pirate ship, like I don't know how the pirates had so much fucking time down there to do all of this shit, but it's almost like
They had all their lives, mate.
it's almost
To be
like it's almost like a fortress, like an old school medieval castle, but underground, like
Okay.
in the caverns.
Right.
So it was going to be like Willie's last hideout, because you
But-
can't stay on a ship all the time. That's just stupid.
Well, he did.
But for whatever reason, like he ended up being on the ship.
No, well, they reckon he was killed on the ship anyway, don't they?
Yeah, maybe. So, but the fortress was like, and so it's like, it's kind of like built but not finished. So there's
Yeah.
like some bits that are like, that have been booby trapped and stuff, and other bits that are like just not done or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a pirate castle builder.
Okay, so they go through there, and as they start going down, they start hearing the two new dudes coming from behind them. So they have to get in there real quick. And I think the rest kind of writes itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they get to the end, they find like a treasure chest, and they open it up, and inside it says, "I owe you one treasure, signed One-Eyed Willie." And it was all for nothing.
And yeah.
No, obviously, like there's some more bits and pieces in there that they get through some booby traps, and they deal with like there's obviously like conflicts between them because they don't know each other, and they
Yes.
overcome them through facing adversity.
And Mouth's son obviously gets to the point where he realises where he's going wrong in his life, and that these people are better people for him, and blah blah blah.
Maybe you could have it that Mouth's son does get caught at some point by Troy, and he says he's going to help him, and then it gets to the point where he realizes that helping them is not the right thing to do, and he should be helping like the other kids and his
brilliant.
family.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. And then what you could have is then at the end, when like they all come back out, it like there's that nice reunion with Mouth and his dad, and
Yeah.
he says he's sorry and stuff, and then Mouth's like, "We're gonna stay here."
Also, I'm still really drunk.
Yeah. But he's like, "We're gonna stay here." So him and like Mikey are gonna stay at the house,
Like in Mouth.
like some sort of weird gay couple. No, or maybe the house next door, Data's old house.
Right,
No, 'cause
okay.
that's gone, hasn't it? Anyway, a house nearby, so they're gonna stay there. So it's a new start for both of them.
And in another sort of twist ending thing, oh, I've got it. Troy and his henchmen are helped by this woman throughout. She's about like she must be like in her mid-30s to 40s, and it's not really said who she is, but she's like some sort of weird caving expert or something.
Right.
Also a martial artist, because why not? And then at the end, in like one of the climactic scenes, she reveals that she was the little girl that had her bike taken by friends.
My bike, I love my bike.
And that's why she's helping Troy.
I like that.
So
I
weird.
like that. That is such a like little crowbar that in.
Yeah.
That's genius. And everyone would be like, "Oh yeah." That's great. No, that's great. And then yeah, there you go. I think we've.
Or you could have it the other way around, that maybe she's Troy steals that girl's car when she's older. Like he flags her down and just yanks out the car. She's like, my car, that guy's taking my car. Jesus, first the bike, now the car.
No, I think you keep it the bike, and she's pissed off about it
She's pissed
forever.
off about her bike
Yeah,
from 30 odd years ago.
yeah. She's just like, you didn't even ask. Well, they did, to be fair. He said,
I like how we said about having Steph in the cafe, but we've not gone back to it. Like it's just mentioned in passing, and then we're like, nah, fuck that girl. Like she plays no further part.
yeah.
And she turns up at the end, she brings drinks for everyone.
No, but thing is, I quite like the idea of her being a mental case that's still there. Maybe she doesn't live at the cafe. Maybe she lives on the other side of town, and they need to find a way out. And the way out takes them through her house or her basement,
Yeah.
and that's it. You know, something little like that, where it's just like, and then she helps them. She helps them escape, and she helps to stop the other guys getting them. And so at the end, she comes down with everyone else,
Yeah.
and it's all like a big reunion of the old and new Goonies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, she's like on the house on the top of the hill, and that's where all the things lead up to, and that's their main escape route. Through her, like so they get into her basement.
Oh yeah, maybe
They get
maybe that
into
could
her
be it.
basement.
Maybe she's her house is like the last house on the plot of land that Troy has got so far, and she's holding out. And so that's what she like obviously knows who Troy is, and that's why she's holding out. And there's like some animosity there and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
She's a bit mental. She's always blithering on about caves and stuff, and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
stop being mental. And the entrance is like actually on her land.
yeah.
So the kids are like going in through the entrance there, and she like sees them and like stops them before they actually go to the caves. It's like, what the hell are you doing on my land? They were like, we're saving the Goondogs, and she's like, get out of here, you Goonies.
No, I like that. I like that, and it all wraps up quite nicely in a little package.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we've done it again.
We have done it again, haven't we? It turns out the game.
It
Nothing
sounded
like that at
bollocks,
all.
I see. Yeah,
It was just they'd all
a
been
mermaid in it.
yeah, and they'd all been captured by the Fratellis. I'm like, man, weren't the Fratellis in prison at the end?
Yeah, how did that happen?
Yeah, so ours is much better. So there we go. Goonies 2. What would it be called? Goonies? Because it'd have to have a. Couldn't just be.
Goonies never say die.
That's fucking genius. Oh, because you wouldn't need to call it Goonies 2, would you? You just call
You
it
just call
Goonies
it
Never
Goonies
Say
Never Say
Die.
Die.
Fucking yes, John. That's amazing. There it is.
And I'm spent.
Oh, Goonies Never Say Die. That should probably be the title of this episode, right? Although, didn't we have a... Haven't we got one that's actually called Goonies Never Say Die?
We definitely did an episode, because we did the non-director's commentary, didn't we?
Haven't we done a number of episodes on the Goonies?
Isn't every episode about the Goonies?
Or something similar in the 80s.
But, yeah, I think we have actually smashed it there once
yeah.
again.
Fucking right. I mean, it needs a little tweak every now and again. But
It needs a bit of polishing up, don't get me wrong. It's a bit, there is some rough edges to it, but I think for the main sort of like start, beginning and end, we've got it together.
we smashed it.
Yeah.
Once again. We should just... Why do we not do this? Why did we never just start writing stuff?
I don't know.
uh,
I actually don't know. I'm pretty
No.
sure we could sell some of our ideas.
yeah, we really could. Timber... I can't even remember how long ago it was.
It was a long time ago. It was like our first Christmas special or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, the bonus set, we just called it the Goonies.
All right.
Yeah?
Goonies never say die.
Goonies Never Say Die. That was a nice bit of empty space there, just to finish off the pod as we would normally anyway. So there we go. Goonies Never Say Die. Fucking genius. If anybody wants us to do another sequel, I'm more than happy to just
Clearly,
spend
we are
every
the best.
single episode doing this.
We are the best
Sequel
people.
writers in
So two
outside of
sequels.
Hollywood. Well,
Yeah.
probably inside of Hollywood too, because they can't write sequels for shit. So yeah, so send us more recommendations. Yeah, I think that's it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. So that's it for this episode. Come back to us next time, where we should probably do something special soon, should we?
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe start a new competition or something.
Yeah, okay. What happened to our Facebook competition?
It's still going. The 100th person to like the Facebook page gets a prize. We're still
Right.
waiting.
Still ongoing.
We're close.
We
We're
can
very,
get 50
very
more
close.
followers on Twitter, but we
Yeah,
can't get
in
the
2
3
days
more
we can get
likes on
50 more.
fucking
Yeah, but we can't
Facebook.
get. I think we need 6 more likes on Facebook. So weird, but you know, whatever. That's all good. It doesn't really matter.
I don't care. We just wrote the fucking Goonies 2.
I know. We smashed it out of the park.
We've done Goonies 2, we've done Dungeons and Dragons. How can we... How are we not working in the movie business?
Tiger in a cage.
Jeez. Tiger in a Cage fucking pales in comparison to
Yeah.
what we've just come
Does,
up with.
doesn't it? Does. Although Dungeons and Dragons was. a good
Dungeons
one.
and Dragons, I think
Fucking
that
epic.
was... Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. So there you go. It doesn't even have to be a sequel. It can be like a reimagining, if you wish,
Yeah.
like of a cartoon series or something or whatever. Yeah, just let us know. That's it for this episode. We'll we won't speak to you next time. We'll speak at you next time. We've been your hosts. I'm Jim Bennett,
I'm John Hughes.
and don't forget, there's always strange things afoot at the Circle K.